Good morning, everyone. How's it going? My name's Seahawk, and I'll be teaching you guys how to play a couple of sports and games things today. First thing that I'll be teaching you is basketball. Before we go into basketball, I'm going to go into a little bit about myself and who I am. So again, my name is Seahawk. I've been a part of the Cedarbrook Association since 2014. Since 2014, I've traveled from Cedarbrook Camp of Pennsylvania through Cedarbrook Camp of Ohio, down to Cedarbrook Camp of Texas, and currently I am at the Huron Forest Camp Cedar Ridge. So I've had the honor and privilege to travel through many different Cedarbrook camps in the association, and in about a week or so I'll be traveling to Minnesota to help with the Camp Careth camp over there. That is a part of our association. So that'll be 5 Cedarbrook camps that I'll be a part of in the span of the 7 years that I've been part of the association. So far, it's been a great 2020, operating out of Huron Forest Camp Cedar Ridge, giving the campers that 2020 vision. So as usual with sports and games, we like to start with a few warm-ups and stuff like that. So if you don't know already, we're going to start with our left hand over our right hand, and we're just going to stretch it. And we're going to stretch this, and we're going to hold this about 30 seconds or so. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Alrighty, we're going to switch. And we're doing this just to loosen our arms up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Stop. Alrighty, we're going to take our left hand, we're going to put it behind our shoulder, and we're going to stretch. As you can see, you want to get that good stretch back here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Switch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All right, next thing we're going to do is some push-ups. So we're going to get down in the push-up position, and we're going to go. We're going to do about 10 of them. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Good. Next thing we're going to do, we're going to do some butt kicks. Alrighty? You want to get that as high up as possible while running in place. Ready? Begin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. All right, after the butt kicks, we want to do some high knees. All right, let's get it. 30 seconds of it. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Cool. That right there is just to get your heart pumping, get you warmed up to ready to play some sports. So, while we catch our breath, you get some water. I'll go over a few things. So basketball is a great sport to play. I love basketball. I coach high school basketball. It's amazing. So I'm biased about the sport. So with basketball, it's a 5-on-5 game. Yeah, you can play 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3, a 4-on-4, or 5-on-5. But basketball is meant to be a 5-on-5 team game. Basketball teaches you about the importance of teamwork and what it means to be a team player. See, there's no I in team, right? And the only way that you can win if you sacrifice the I for the we. And the only way you can do that is by laying down your pride and your selfish attitudes and letting your coach lead you to victory, right? See, even in our Christian lives, we have to lay down our pride. We have to lay down our selfish ambition, and we have to let God take the path and let him lead us to victory, right? Because we don't want to go too far left and we don't want to go too far right. We want to go down that narrow path, right? And we want to be led to victory. And, you know, we need to trust in the Lord with all of our heart and lean not on our own understandings, but in all our ways acknowledge him, and he's going to make our path straight. Another good verse that I like is it's 2 Timothy 4:7, and it says, I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race. I have kept the faith. It's a great verse to use as our theme verse for sports and games here. Is I have fought the good fight. I have finished the race, and I kept the faith. So many times in sports, we tend to just forget about, you know, what our end goal is or whatnot, because we get so focused in the here and now that we forget that, hey, we are playing a team sport. We are out there to honor and glorify Christ. It is okay to compete and still give everything to God at the same time, right? So I want to challenge you to do this activity to compete, give everything that you have and some, and give it all to God. Back to basketball. So, basketball. This here that I'm holding in my hand is a basketball. It typically comes in orange with black stripes around it. This one is just what we have at camp at the moment. So, a good way to shoot a basketball is what I like to call beef. Now, beef is a food that you eat, but I'm not talking about that kind of beef. Beef that I'm talking about, it stands for balance. So you want to make sure that your feet are shoulder width apart, right? So if you can see me here, my feet and my balance is shoulder width apart here. So as I get that shoulder width apart here, you know, I got that balance. You know, my knees are bent. So if somebody pushes me backwards, I can catch my balance real fast. Somebody hits me from behind, I got my balance. Somebody hits me from the side, I got balance here, right? The next thing, right, besides the balance that you want to go, so that was the B, is balance. The next thing is E. That E stands for your eyes. You got your balance, the shoulder width apart, right? Where should your eyes be? Your eyes should be at that square that's in the backboard. And then that square on the backboard is orange typically. And you look straight directly center. And that's where you get your balance in your eyes. And it's where it's going to typically go. The ball is going to go when you shoot, is wherever you're looking at. So if you're looking straight at that square on the backboard, guarantee you when you shoot it, it's going to hit the backboard. And 9 times out of 10, it's going to go in, depending on how much power you put behind that shot. The next thing, so we have B, balance. E, eyes. Your next E is your elbow. Where should your elbow be pointed if you have your balance and your eyes, right? Your elbow should be pointed at the back of the rim, and it should be forward, not crooked this way, forward. So now I got my balance here. I'm shoulder width apart. My feet are. My eyes are forward at the back of that square. And then my elbow. So I got to form like this. My elbow is straight. Both elbows are straight actually. And I'm ready to shoot. So when I bounce and I shoot, I'm jumping and I'm shooting. Right? So now you got your balance, your eyes, and your elbow. Those three things right there are crucial in itself to your jump shot when it comes to basketball, right? Because if you don't have the balance, 9 times out of 10, your jump shot's going to be off. Yes, I can shoot on the move. I can shoot by being hit. It's all about being, controlled when you're shooting. It's about knowing how to do these things and practicing it over and over and over again. Get that repetitiveness in you, right? So you have your balance. You have your eyes focused, right? You have your elbow pointed at the back of the rim there. And then you have your follow through. So when you shoot and you get your follow through, right? It's the flick of the wrist, that motion right there that you get when you shoot the basketball. And it's phenomenal. Like, I guarantee you, like, if you continue to do these 4 things, B, balance, E, eyes, E, elbow, and then F, follow through. Guarantee you, if you keep working on these things, you'll have an incredible jump shot, right? And part of that follow through at the end, right, is you're not using your entire hands, your entire fingers to follow through with it. You're using your first 2 fingers to follow through, right? So when you follow through, as you can kind of see here, it's flick off the first 2 fingers. So you're pushing off and you're shooting, right? So let's say that if you broke your hand in a game, God forbid, and you only had your first 2 fingers, right, and your thumb, you are still able to shoot the basketball based off of your first 2 fingers and your thumb here, right? Because your thumb is going to help you grip that basketball, and then your first 2 fingers is what you're using to push off, right? So it's going to take a lot of work and a lot of practice. The best way to do this, right, is in a drill formation when you're by yourself or you have somebody rebounding for you and passing you the ball. You can do this during free throws. You can do it as a drill, just shooting basketballs in general. You want to practice this, that balance that you have, that stability, the eyes, the elbow, and your follow through. If you can get that down packed and keep it consistent as can be, I guarantee you your jump shot is going to be phenomenal, right? People are going to want you on their team day in and day out because you have a fantastic jump shot and you stay true to the fundamentals of basketball. The fundamentals of basketball is key. Learning how to dribble a basketball, right? Because you don't want to dribble a basketball with just the palm of your hand like that, right? You want to get your fingers into that motion and you want to start dribbling it. Because what happens is if you let it dribble at the palm of your hand, it's going to keep bouncing high and it's going to get a call against you. And you're not going to like it. It's going to be a turnover. Your coach is going to be upset at you. And then you're going to be down on yourself because you think that you let your team down when that was just an honest, small little mistake, right? And then the way you handle yourself, too, with the basketball, too, is you don't want to bring the basketball all the way out here because it's another call against you, right? The first one would have been it would have been a palm, which is considered a walk. Then you have what I just did here, where I carried the basketball. You don't want to carry the basketball because it's going to be the other team's ball as well. You don't want to take the basketball, dribble, and then stop dribbling, take 3 steps, and then try to pass it or shoot it, because then that's called a travel, and then it's going to go the opposite way. So what you want to do is you want to dribble the basketball, you want to work on your crossover game, and as you work on your crossover game, you want to work on being able to get some handles going so you can get through your defender, shake your defender off or whatever, right? And I highly suggest you don't do this in dirt like I'm doing right now. I highly suggest that you find an actual hardwood surface to play basketball on. It's a lot easier. It's going to help you out in the long run. Some other drills that you can do at home is layup drills, right? So when you do your layups, it's like a power hop in a way, right? So you're going to come off your left foot, and then your left or your right hand and your right knee is going to be up, and it's going to be that pretty much that 90-degree angle that you'll have when you're doing your layup. So as you look here, if I'm coming up like this. I got right hand, right foot, and I'm going up and I'm going to attempt my layup. If you have a basketball court at home, if you have a basketball court at the park that you can go practice this stuff at, I highly suggest you go practice it at the basketball courts or whatnot. The next thing is you do the same thing on your left side, right? So you get the basketball in your left hand and you're going and you're going. This time you step off your right foot. So when you step off your right foot, you're going left hand up, left knee up. The same principle applies. You got to have that 90-degree angle, and you got to have that with your leg, right? So if you're coming up, you don't want a defender to charge right at you, right? You want that defender to hit you in your leg or your arm, and you're going up. So when you're going up, you want to have that guide hand up as well. That way, when they hit you and you score the basket, you get fouled. They call it and one because you're going to make it. And as you make it, because you have that focus, that follow through, and your eyes are focused on the backboard and making a shot. And when you make it, you get to go to the free throw line and attempt an extra basket and get an extra point, right? So another thing that you can do with basketball is running. Running is going to be crucial when it comes to basketball because you're going to have to learn how to get in your defensive stance, right? Your defensive stance, you're going to be pretty much shoulder width apart. You're going to have sitting down like you're sitting in a chair. You're going to have your hands out like this, right? And you're going to be on, your feet. You don't want to be on your heels. You want to be on the balls of your feet. And you want to go and you want to slide one way. So if the defender is going to my left side here, I'm going to slide this way and I'm going to stop the defender. And if the defender's going to my right side there, I'm going to stop this way and I'm going to go, right? So it's crucial that you're on the balls of your feet so that way you can move quick as possible and you want to stop the defender. So, and then boom. And that's another drill you can do. It's just going side to side, practicing this. Side to side here, right? So you keep practicing it at home, I guarantee you that you're going to become a better defender because you're going to be quick on your feet, stopping the defender at everything that you do. As you're in this position here, you want to look at it so you're down, right? You got your hands up. And you got your feet and you're on your balls of your feet. And the defender's getting ready to shoot, right? And you're playing defense. Okay, I got it. Okay. Defender's coming up. You playing defense. You want to kind of creep up on him a little bit. So that way if he tries to shoot, you can come up and you can put a hand in that person's face. As you put a hand in that person's face, you're contesting the shot and you're hoping that that person misses it, right? If the person makes it, so what? Get the ball back on offense, play some team basketball, score, get back on defense, and try to stop it the next time, right? So the other thing too is while you're down here in this position and the defender comes up and you come to play some defense and get a hand in the face, let's say that person pump fakes and then he goes by, right? So typically, if he goes by and you're playing him on the left side, he's going to try to blow by you on the right side because you're taking his left side away and this stance here like this. So I'm giving him the opportunity to go into the left side correction. My right, his left. So I'm taking his right side away and I'm giving him the opportunity to go middle. So as I give him that opportunity to go middle, right, I got to help defense come in to help me out if I get beat. So if I put up and I go put a hand in his face and then he tries to blow past me, alrighty, now I still can play defense on him because now I know he's dribbling. Okay, now my help defense is coming. All right, boom, I'm back to normal. I'm open back up again. Now he kicks the ball out. Now that I'm squared back away, I can turn and I can come help out and play defense this way. Now let's say the defender blows past you and he comes that way. The person who was playing help defense before, who helped you out, is then going to slide down and help you out again so you can come and recover and help out, right? In that case, if he does beat you baseline and that person comes to help you out, right, we're hoping that he kicks it out because then you can turn around and recover to the person you originally had or whatnot, or even get a block shot, a steal, and we're going the opposite way. It's a simple game that you can learn if you just take your time and practice and actually dedicate the amount of time if you really love the game of basketball. I've been playing the game of basketball since I was in 3rd grade, so I really have a strong passion for the game of basketball. I played basketball in middle school for a year. I played basketball in high school. And then I was a part of a national championship winning basketball team in college at Lancaster Bible College. So I kind of have the background of playing basketball or being a part of a basketball team that has a winning mindset. I've coached high school basketball at Veritas Academy for 3 years. And I've also did some assistant coaching at Mariana Brissetti Academy Charter School in Philadelphia, which was the high school that I graduated from. And that's where I kind of fell in love more with the game, is when I started coaching basketball or whatnot. So I really enjoyed this game of basketball to the T. With that, I'm going to let you guys get another water break, so that way you guys aren't dying of water or being worked to death out here and being dehydrated, right? So as you guys are getting water again, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the game of basketball and go from there. So, basketball has many different opportunities to it, right? You can start on the bench as a third string person on the practice squad, whatever the case may be, right? But basketball is a game that any sport you play, I should say, is a sport where you can work your way up to a starting position, right? As long as you continue to outsmart your opponent, outwork your opponent, and give your opponent everything that you have, even your teammates, and show your coaches that you deserve to get some playing time, I guarantee you're going to make that starting spot on the team eventually, right? And basketball, in the same way, is like our walk with Christ too, again. And I can't really quote the passage right now. I'm going blank on it. But it talks about how, we as the body, or correction, like the eye can't be saying I want to be like the nose, or the hand can't say I want to be like the foot, or something along those lines. I'm just paraphrasing here because I can't remember the exact verse off the top of my head. But in basketball, if as a point guard, the person who's handling the basketball, bringing it up the court most of the time, I can't say, hey, I want to be a big man and I want to go down low and play center, right? Because I'm too small to do that. That guy's going to eat me alive standing at 7 foot tall, 7'2", and I'm getting bullied. It's no chance for me to get a basketball rebound over a 7'2" person unless I'm really attempting to box him out and really get my arms behind him so that way he can't get out, right? The second thing is that as a big man, knowing I can't really dribble a basketball, I can't say, yo, I want to go bring the basketball up. I want to shoot a jump shot. It takes time. You have to practice. You got to get that balance, that eye, the elbow, and that follow through down pat before your coach even decides if he wants you to shoot a basketball or not in a game. As far as a three-pointer goes, mid-range jump shots, he might allow you to take some of those because you can do that, especially with some of your footwork and your post moves and stuff like that. But we have to be a team. We have to work together as a team, and we have to build each other up, right? And it talks about in the Bible as well that iron sharpens iron, right? And we need to sharpen each other up. And this not only takes effect into our spiritual life as brothers and sisters in Christ, we need to be building each other up, but also outside of that, on a basketball court, if I make a mistake on the court and I put my head down, I expect you to come running over to me and say, yo, pick your head up. You're doing a great job. Keep pushing forward. Have that short-term memory, because that short-term memory is going to help you stay in your game, and it's going to help you move forward from there. After you get that short-term memory and you start doing a phenomenal job later on, I guarantee you, your teammates are going to notice a different you. Your coach is going to notice a different you. You may get pulled out of the game so you can get back, get back to your normal self and get out of your own head, because that's all it is you're in your own head. Your mind is playing games on you, saying you messed up, you're not good enough. But in all reality, you're good enough to play the game of basketball, to love God, and to do what God, to use the talents that God has given you to honor and glorify Him. Some of my biggest mistakes playing basketball was I was always down on myself the hardest. I was my biggest critique. And my coaches say, hey, you're better than that. My teammates was, what are you doing? You're better than that. Why you pass the ball so many times? You had an open shot. Shoot it. Take your shot. take that leap of faith, right? We need to take that leap of faith and just follow God's plan and stay true to, what he has for us. Basketball is only temporarily, and, us being here is only temporarily, right? So we need to continue to want to build each other up and just love God in itself. And it's going to be an awesome feeling to know that not only on the basketball court or the soccer field or whatever sport you play, right? When you build each other up and you bring God a part of it, you're going to be a dominant force, because nothing formed against you is going to stand. Because when two or more are gathered in God's name, he's here with us, right? So what I like to do with my players before every game and after every game is pray. And I like to pray with them because I know that God is going to be there with us. And God's there with us no matter what. And he's going to lead us to victory. You just have to let him coach you to victory. You have to sit there and you have to let him game plan your life and let his strategies outweigh your strategies. Because we may not agree with everything, but at the end of the day, he makes all things work together for our good. And whether we play in a sport or not, it is God and God alone who gave us God-given abilities to play these sports, to coach these sports, and to do these things. And I want to challenge you to, when the next time you are playing a sport, to just give everything that you have and thank God for the abilities to play that sport, to be competitive for him, and to just love on your coaches, love on your teammates, love on your opponent. Because it's not that serious to get mad over a game. It's not. Life's too short. So before we go today, I just want to just retouch on a few things that I've talked about and that I want you to learn. The first thing is beef. I want you guys to repeat it with me. Beef. B, balance. E, eyes. E, elbow. F, follow through. Your beef. All right, the next thing, right, after you work on beef, is you're going to work on your defensive stance. Your defensive stance is what I showed you earlier. You get down, you're on the balls of your feet. Feet are still shoulder width apart. You got your hands out, and you just sliding side to side here on the balls of your feet. And you're working it, and you're working it, and you're going, and you're going. Right? Work on that defensive stance. And on top of that defensive stance, right, you got this, where you got your hands wide out, you're still on the ball of your feet and shoulder width, and somebody's coming up, and they're about to shoot a jump shot. Okay, contest that jump shot. Come on, let's contest that jump shot one more time. Contest it. Come on, come on. Woo, I like it. Contest it. There we go. Alrighty. Now as they contest your jump shot, okay. Whew. They're going to drive past you. You got help. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. You have to talk on defense while you're playing defense, right? So the ball's in front of you. The person who's playing the ball is going to talk. They're going to ball. Meaning I got the ball. Everybody else stay put. If the ball gets swung, you come down and you're playing help. Help. I got your help. Right? You're talking to your team. You're communicating. That's going to be key on defense. You should be the loudest people in the arena when you're playing defense. You should be screaming at the top, I got ball. On defense, I got help. Man cut back door. Talking. It's going to help you out. I guarantee you. Well, it's been a pleasure here teaching you a little bit about what I know of the game of basketball. If you would like to learn more about the game of basketball, feel free to reach out and somebody can get in contact with me and we can work something out to teach you a little bit more about this game of basketball. I personally love the game of basketball. Like I said, I've been part of basketball since I was in 3rd grade and I've been doing it ever since. So again, it's been a pleasure. My name is Seahawk. Love you guys and have a great day.